This is actually insane. Female TikToker tried to check a man for apparently looking at her in the gym and accuses him of being a pervert. Then this happened. Spoiler alert, it ends bad for her. Just to be sure that we are all on the same page, this is following a news cycle of sorts, a rough news cycle. It's been going on for a number of months. I don't know, 4 to 6 months or so, I should say, excuse me, where a lot of women were caught due to their own recordings, funny enough, being inappropriate at gyms and acting predatory towards other gym members. Now, this has gotten more and more backlash in large part due to influencers like Joey Swole talking about this stuff. And Joey Swole's been very respectful and supportive of women. I think I have been too when I talk about this topic. But the reason I point that out is because mainstream media publications have gone after people like Joey Swole trying to accuse him of misogyny, when the fact is he has not been misogynistic, and the women in these videos have just been downright predatory and doing things that are not okay to do at gyms, like filming on their members without their consent and then causing a bunch of problems and then putting them on social media trying to make them look bad and really dragging down the entire gym. So this has been going on for months, as mentioned, and more gyms are starting to push back against women who do this. I've seen some kick them out, and we've got this situation which we're going to read more into right now. One more thing before we begin. The women who do this sort of thing, inappropriately filming other members and then trying to make them look bad when they're the ones out of line, etc., it's also very bad for women. Like, what they're doing is bad for women. It's not helping them, it's hurting them, because they're trying to dissuade women from going to the gym by implying that the gyms are like dangerous, predatory places that like women aren't safe at. And that's obviously going to dissuade them from going to the gym, which is bad for their mental and physical health. And it also creates a negative perception of women at the gym as well. It's creating a negative stereotype, which is also not good for obvious reasons. Let's read the news. Street media says she was doing way too much. Women like her are very dangerous to society. Read the full story. This tweet, by the way, getting over 6.9 million views and over 57,000 likes. Hey, if you're liking this video so far, maybe consider giving this video a like too. It'd be much appreciated. Streetmedia.tv writes, the world of social media can be a double-edged sword. While it has given us access to endless amounts of entertainment and valuable information, it has also created a platform for people to shame and bully others. One such example of this is the viral video of a female TikToker who accused a man of being a pervert for looking at her in a gym. The video, which has since been deleted, showed the TikToker recording the man and claiming that he had been staring at her. She then proceeds to call him a pervert and berates him for his behavior. However, it was later revealed that the man was actually an employee at the gym and had the authority to have her criminally trespassed and revoke her gym membership. So that's pretty much how it is. She's in the weight room recording herself and a bunch of other gym members behind her, and also an employee, as we know. And so she's changing her top. She takes her top off in the middle of the weight room, and then she makes some negative comment about the black dude behind her, saying that he's like a pervert or something. And she's like very rude to him. And then he says, if you want to be rude, she also says that he doesn't own the gym. And so he says, I don't own the gym, but I work here. And he says basically that if she wants to be rude, she can leave. And he says that he can call the cops and have her trespassed. And she says, go ahead. She says, go ahead, let them know. And so he does indeed do that. He tells her to go up to the front, and he gets her trespassed, it seems, and revokes her membership, because she even says, I was trespassed and my membership was revoked. Maybe try not being a toxic weirdo. The incident sparked a lot of debate on social media, with many people siding with the TikToker and others taking the man's side. So what can we learn from this incident? Firstly, it is important to understand that social media is not always an accurate representation of reality. The TikToker's video may have portrayed her as the victim, but the truth was far from it. Also, I disagree. If you watch the video, she does not look like the victim, in my opinion. It looks like she's completely out of line. Continuing. The man was simply doing his job, and it was her behavior that was inappropriate. Secondly, we need to be aware of the potential consequences of our actions. The TikToker's video not only caused harm to the man's reputation, but also resulted in her being criminally trespassed and having her gym membership revoked. This could have been avoided if she had taken a step back and assessed the situation before making the video. Yeah, but she probably didn't care about that. She cared more about making some TikTok video. She was probably hoping to get backlash and then maybe to go viral or something. This stuff is really pathetic. I'll tell you, in my opinion, the last thing she planned on doing at the gym there was getting a workout. Continuing. Thirdly, we need to learn to communicate effectively. The TikToker's behavior was aggressive and confrontational, which only served to escalate the situation. If she had approached the man more calmly and explained her concerns, the situation could have been resolved without any drama. But again, that probably was, not the point she wanted to get to, though. Let's take a look at some public reception. You know how it is. Recording in a public space, Brandon says, ignoring the privacy of other paying members to show your online audience. How do you have issue with people viewing you in person, but not people viewing you online? Oh, right. Monetization. Her attitude is terrible, and her manners are even more terrible. Who raises people to talk and react this way? Phoenix says, you go to the gym and record just to try to catch someone looking so you can have something to post about. This trend is very weird. Yeah, and at least it's getting a ton of pushback. So there's a positive note to it. She told him to go ahead. What did she think was going to happen? Yeah. The dude's literally like, do you want me to criminally trespass you? Go ahead. And then then she makes that update. She's like, I was criminally trespassed and my membership revoked. Like, oh my gosh, man. Grown adults acting like this. What a mess. You can tell with that means what? She's someone who's grown up thinking there are no consequences for how you interact with people. She thought she could act however she wanted. And because she was the patron, she had all the power. That's my man. We slowly learning how to treat him. Should ban filming in the gym, honestly. I feel like recording in gyms is okay since a lot of people do it to track progress, but in my opinion, the second any conflict happens like this, boot the person filming or confiscate their phone until the end of the gym sesh. Rules can be placed to avoid scenes like this. It happens too often. I think you can film in the gym as long as it's only on you, right? Like if you make sure you're the only person being filmed and you're also not taking too long and you're also not annoying, you're not getting in the way, you know, like provided you're being respectful and all this other stuff, I think it's okay. Like, but the problem is a lot of these people, they're not showing any respect towards the other gym patrons. I pointed this out myself as someone who has recorded myself at the gym before. But to be fair, we have a separate room for Muay Thai, so it's pulled away from the rest of the gym. But you know, that's why I don't record in the main weight room because I don't want to get anyone else in there. I don't want to bother anyone else. But when it's my coach and I just training in the Muay Thai part of the gym, you know, I asked him the first time, like, hey, do you mind if I record this? He's like, no, go ahead. So I did. And yeah, there's no problem at all with that. So it depends on circumstances, in my opinion. It's not just like a one shot. Wait, what's the saying again? It's not like a one size fits all thing. Is that the saying I'm looking for? I don't know, but I think you know what I mean, hopefully. Basically, it's variable. It depends on variables. And back to public reception. We'll wrap this up in a couple minutes. Joey Swole. This taco dude just posted a picture of Joey Swole. No caption or anything. This one's just like laughing emojis. People like her need to work out at home only. You know, it's actually a pretty decent suggestion as well. Hey, like, yeah, she should get a yoga mat at home, some kettlebells and whatever. And then like, but again, I don't think she was at the gym to actually work out. That's the thing. But, you know, not a bad suggestion. Man, it's his job to walk around and check out what people are doing. Checking for unsafe acts or potential injuries, cables on machines, cleanliness of the workout areas, etc., etc. I've seen guys walking around and checking out every little thing, and then they go sit down. I don't know about other people, but I may look in the direction that a human may be in. But when working out, I look through them. I'm just trying to get through the workout. Some people think too much of themselves. Yeah, that's another great point. And that's one Joey Swole, speaking of him, has brought up himself. A lot of the people, when they're working out and stuff, they just kind of look around the gym, you know, in between sets while they're catching their breath. Or they're supposed to just like stare at the ground, stare at the dumbbell they're lifting up, just like stare at the machine. That would be creepy. No, people are going to look around. Again, it comes back to what I said earlier as well, just with respect. You know, if you're in the middle of a set, you're looking around the gym, don't just stare at other people. If you have like a glance at someone working out, you know, you try not to look too long, but you know, stuff like that, it's really just common decency. All this stuff is very common sense, common decency stuff. It's not complicated at all, to be quite frank. Unfortunately, some people take advantage of the common decency and kindness other people have to try and go viral on TikTok by making themselves, you know, making themselves look terrible. Yeah, it seems like a bad strategy to go viral. Oh, I guess it kind of works, but it's obviously a bad strategy for like your brands. Plus, you know, the whole losing gym membership thing and getting a criminal trespass and all that, probably also not a great thing. Yeah, to my understanding, that means the cops literally came there and she had to sign some paperwork and all that. It's not probably too big of a deal. It just means she can't go back to the gym and she lost her membership. And, you know, the membership dues she paid for that month or whatever probably ain't getting that back. Rip. But yeah, like imagine having the cops come and trespass you and you got to sign this paper and everything because you were some weirdo who was inappropriately filming yourself at the gym. Like, what a terrible look for her. But hey, that's what she got going on, so we'll leave it there. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comments. Appreciate you. I'll see you there and in the next segment.